Hello and welcome back to the fourth and final part of our Sovel Chaos campaign, but chaos in a fun way, not the horrid monster style, more just being weird. We've got a set here, I think of a couple names I can come up for, so we're coming to, this is the last part now, so we might as well rename everyone as much as possible. What I'd like to do, is it not going to let me, kind of hoping to get, there you go, call them the Shambolic Sun Shimmers. There you go, it's the Shambolic Orin. Call it Orin. Odd. These, of course, these are Topper flying machines, so I think I named Haphazard Heli. Some sensible. And then the only one left was the Bolt Thrower, which is a bit weird, but I think I'll go with Big Botched Ballista. Good. There you go. We have weird names for everyone. Why not? Okay, so in terms of our route here, we obviously want to take as many of these as possible, and there is a path that allows us to go through 3 of them, which is pretty amazing. Crack 3, got a bit lucky there, so we have no choice, we absolutely have to, so let's go for it. We'll start there. Magical artifact, so use or sell. I guess I could do either. Almost always I go with sell, so I guess I should randomize this as well. Shall I do 1 or 2? Because in terms of the actual viability of the tool, selling it is universally the way you probably want to go. It's just a lot easier to make use of it, but never mind, we'll do it the proper way. Random number generator, yep. So you'll get your fancy version on the screen. I'm just doing my bootleg, so we'll call use it 1 and sell it 2. Hey, 1. We're going to use it. Okay, so we got the weird one. Fine. Fair enough. We have a Horn of Discord. For whatever reason you want to try and make use of that. All enemy units reroll successful discipline tests. So if you want to break something that turn, I suppose that's a good way of doing it. 150 gold. That's a lot of gold for a magic item. One's maybe not that useful because they can just pass their checks anyway. Now for this one we're going to play rather cagey with the Wacky back here because we actually want an opportunity to heal. You're also not in great stead, so maybe I'll send you up the side, but if someone else can tank for us that would be appreciated. I can get wounds on the flying machines pretty easy, so that's a priority, but these, yeah, they really need a bit of help. Our sort of ranged units in the front to cover. You're right back there. Stand behind that terrain so you can't be bothered by things. Seems sensible. There's the Dwarven one, so there's a bunch of enemy flying machines we'll have to contend with. Annoyingly, they're going to probably fly forward and be a nuisance. They're only power 3, so even if they hit me, I get a 2-up save. So you're hopeful that you don't take an excessive amount of damage. These can be easily flanked and killed, so I guess we'll just start picking them off while I have the chance. Can I hit the ones over there, do you think? No, even at your impressive range, you can't get those, so we'll just go with these instead. That one will be Nutty Knighted, so that one's a better choice. 1 hit. 2 wounds immediately. Leading flies forward. There, we're okay. I think I can just kill you with ranged fire. Just that back one there that I can't stop. Maybe if I intentionally throw you forward first and draw its ire so far enough away such that I can be out of range of these dwarves coming over to hit me. Something like this is sensible. And I'll use, yeah, Steam Gun. Start doing a bit of damage, and by bit I mean 60%. And then as you're going to come forward and burn me, Mechanical Expertise first to make the defense 7 and also super resilient to your ranged output is a good idea. We're going to come forward and, yeah, cook some knights. Manage to take a wound. As long as I don't take another one, I'm good. Now I just pass because all I can do is shove these forward and can't really hurt me too much. I rolled double 1, that's really bad luck. I'm still in the fight. Just that one now. I'm hopeful it will come forward because then I can get close range shot with my kind of guys at the back here, but as long as it isn't, I might as well use you. Between the fire lizard and the shot there, I think I can just kill that one with shooting and then you can charge and kill that, so don't worry about that. Let's instead do damage to this one. If we're very lucky, we might assassinate it before it gets to hit me. Yeah, max damage, it's good odds. Got him. Mortar actually pretty competent against these technically large targets, but still softer than big monsters. Yeah, that just leaves you. We're going to put all of our rounds into. You're definitely going to shoot that one. Wow. Instant death. Good shot. Just stand there, I guess. That leaves you free to come over here and shoot these. In either of them... Well, if I pick off that one, maybe I can use these two instead to kill that one. 0-1. 6 hits is more than enough. Yep. Got it exactly. And then just chill out. Yeah, they don't matter, so that just leaves you two. I don't think this thing will ever declare a charge. So it comes down to how much damage do we think we can do with these. So it's basically all or nothing. Once I commit to being there, I can't really turn around and back away. So yeah, it costs me more than my movement to sort of get to there. Oh, let's just risk it. I can't do... Can I lower? I could lower its defense to 1 and then attack it with both of these and hope my RNG kills it. Do I need the Hex Rune for anything else? Not really, so yeah, let's go for it. Let's eliminate all of their flying machines in one turn. So that, and then Fire Breath. Yep, that was the worst possible time to roll double 1. You could have easily killed it yourself. And then, very hopeful that you can just finish it off for us. Get into range. Level 2, that's slightly better. Ah, you're a wound die. Okay, as long as I go first with something over here, I can kill it before it can hurt me. You'll eventually... You've taken a wound, just bear in mind, so you'll eventually flank something. These have a ranged attack. They're explosive charges. They assassinate your last nightmare, so let's just stay away from them. Kill them with ranged. Afterwards, I can flank the berserkers. And... Don't want to charge anything. Well, do I want to just send these in to stop it from hurting me? Being hit by it in melee or just killing it with shoot. If I can just get one shot before it hits me. Who goes first? It goes first and it immediately kills the dragon. I get 2 up save re-rolling though, so I'm fine. Phew. That's actually quite durable. So we got away with it. You just finish it off and then run away. Or not. Okay, we're still going to run away anyway. Nothing else they can really do to bother me now, so... you've got the better ranged attack, so I'd actually rather you do this. How far can these get? They can get pretty far forward, so we'll just calmly back away. And there's no longer any threat of any kind, so just enjoy barbecuing berserkers. None of that matters, we're not in any fights. So this is the one. I'll use all of these ranged up into that unit once it actually moves to a position where I can shoot it. So let's just stall with this one first. They're cleverly using it right at the end. Can any of the... If I wait, they might move into short range. With the mortar, it's irrelevant though, so as long as I can draw a line of sight with the mortar, I don't think I can do for all the intervening units. So again, you'll also have to wait for it to move. So someone take a long range shot, so be it. Lost 1 hit because of that. It's quite smart, just stalling out. They have to move it next though. So... You, I guess, would take a long-range shot basically no matter what. Move up there and see it. Yes, I can. Perfectly safe from that range. When it comes, now we can hit you. Rolling 1's very useful. We're over halfway there, so we can probably finish them next turn. With rolling like that, but hey. Their range. That's their range. So if I shoot you and then back off, I don't think they'll catch anyone. Or 9 at 10, pretty good. Or the inch. Just move the knights back, so I definitely can't be killed. I'll get you over there to eventually deal with those later. Hit them with the mortar, do you think? Yeah, easily. Rolling annoyingly well, but we'll eventually get through all their saves. Okay, just keep rolling amazingly then. And then here, so obviously I'd love for you to take a shot at them, but I don't think I can get there and still escape these, so I'll be better served just starting to fire at these units. Definitely kill that next turn. That's the range of their cannon, so I can just stay out of that, I'll be okay. Oh, is that little lip there going to stop me from running away? I can just back into there. Safe. Go after me. You won't catch me, don't worry. Who do I want? Both of you can easily focus and kill this one. Tank. Oh yeah, now you spike. There's nothing these berserkers can do, bless them. Oh, you're also free to shoot stuff. Turned into a somewhat competent shooting army in the end. Largely with close range steam or fire breaths, but hey, it works. I say that, there's artillery pieces and dedicated range units all over the place. So usually this wouldn't be the way to go about it. You're doing chip damage to a bunch of different units to pick one and kill it. But for our present circumstances, I think we're A-okay. So these two combined, I presume, would be enough to finish this. Consistency from rerolling ones guarantees we get it. Okay, well they've turned the wrong way now, so I can just use the knights to get rid of those for me, so don't put any range damage into those anymore. They're wasting turns with those back there. That hasn't moved yet, so obviously we'll wait with something else to... I suppose like an angler shot or something more useful. That's into the one that's going to die anyway, so that's a bit of a... Right, can I shoot at these? And they're also protected. Fine, we'll just go with those then. Guarantee that when the knights go in, they can kill all of them. Good, now they move, now I know what I'm doing. We're just about safe, yet we got away with it. Pow pow. If you want to finish that one off for me. Gives you a lovely space to move into away from that unit. It's not as if it's relevant, it's going to be gone in a second. Just leave you two. Double one, hooray, way to go Wacky. The ability to roll double ones is truly amazing. Supplemented by crazy train rolling nothing but double three every turn. So that's all of their stuff dead. Because this is about to disappear and then it'll just be those two at the back. The AI can't quite figure out how to move artillery pieces, you can just ignore them every battle. Buff this up as far as possible. We'll lay defense 4. We're power 6, so I can do this. Yep, now they're defense 1. And skip the rest. Hold the button down. 13 hits. Killing 11 of them. There's only 9. The 2 crews for the flame cannons at the back at this point will decide that going home seems like a brilliant idea. A few more levels. Some passive healing, which is nice. Cookie leveled. Attacks, gold or wounds. Well, I want the attacks. Just hit things really hard. Or in the odd. I guess I'm... Could I even buy a unit when I go to the shop? No. Honestly, I'm not going to... 155, maybe 300 odd. I could just about afford one, so when I buy it, I get the extra level, or I could just go for skill and just make him a bit more useful, because I do actually use him in melee now. He has enough strength in combination that he can be thrown into things, so just go selfishly. The haphazard heli. Reroll its 1, so its steam gun is even more effective. Reroll damage saves. Wow. That's amazing as a durability increase goes. Yeah, let's go with that. And then the Nutty Knights. I'm not really fussed by any of that. We're going to replenish to full size now anyway. So a bit more is root. There's not really any more fights to take gold on. So great, we're hyper-disciplined knights. Okay, and then you need to heal because you're still low. There you go, up to 5. You can go up to full strength. And then you can be your full health anyway. You're full, you're full, you're full. I would like you to be full strength ideally. And then you. Yeah, just do the knights. Okay, good. We go for another random event. Which is an optional battle. Alright, this is what I thought was going to happen. So the optional battles are really good for us because they scale. There's Act 1 optional battles and there's Act 2 optional battles. When you get to Act 3, they're the same as the Act 2 ones. So because all the fights in Act 3 are all either elites or the boss, occasionally encountering an optional battle is actually the easiest fight you can do. This is basically as lucky as you can get. So we get more gold here to actually afford things in the last shop. I may have forgotten to spread the knights out, but never mind. So a whole lot of minotaurs are going to come running at us. Just kind of move around a bit. You can stay behind the terrain, so you can fly over it. Kind of in the same position behind on this side. You here to shoot at things. Surely you can draw an angle on someone somewhere. Back a bit, there's no need to be that far up. The minotaurs have only one strategy, which is moving into us as fast as possible. Pretty quick, so I'll get there swiftly. That's the one unit that's a bit too big to just shoot through. I can kill these ones with ranged output, but this one is flanked by something, so... Well, I guess if you get some really good shots with the ballista, I might be able to do some meaningful damage to them. But I'd have to move you first. I'm going to shoot that one. Wait a bit, so the ballista can get a better shot. If you want to pick off that one for me. Make it so you never have to bother with this one in a direct fight. You stand there, because once this is dead, you'll be able to flank around. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to preemptively position like this, because then I don't have to bother twisting later. I'll just race over that way to get around them. You could be dealt with single-handedly by the truck. I'm going to fly over it and then kill it, so... can I use your ranged output to hit that one instead, and then come back here to deal with that one later? No, can't quite get there, so... Just take the shot into this unit while you have the chance. Fast as minotaurs are, they can't handle us zipping around at lightning speed. None of those abilities matter. And here, you can deal with that one, so I'll have you deal with this. And you come forward, careful. I want to get to short range if I can. No, I'm not going to get there. Another one down. So there's one with 3 wounds left. That leaves you 2. Well, if I can have you kill that next turn, I think you'd be better served putting this one over here. The thing is that the charge radius is so good, I don't know if I can actually catch them with shooting without accidentally poking into their range here. I'm going to be seen by them in order to shoot them. So who wants mechanical expertise? Well, I'm defense 7, they're power 5. So if I did get stuck in combat with them, you would benefit from it. But you reroll all saves, so I'll give it to you. Although it gives you reroll 1s, and it'll be much easier to do range damage with you. I'm going to do it this way, so you can be more effective at shooting. Can't quite escape their radius. I can do that, so if I do this and then move forward, will that allow me to catch them with some damage up it does. Double 1, so immediately, there you go, it was a good decision thing on you. Instantly doing 7 wounds, dear oh dear. Okay, that annoyingly it changes their angle, so I can't actually hide here anymore. So I'm going to have to flee instead. Fine, when they charge me, I can just declare a flee and run off the field. You aren't going to get them, but when they flee and get into a bad position next turn, because unfortunately, unlike this, you're fearless, so you can't run away. You'll just poke it and then try and turn around and run away. I think it's worth a try. What? Might get lucky. There, we got it. Good. Most of their armor already dealt with. That one big brick is the only threat. Skip, because this is going to be shot to death. In fact, you can just come over here. You can completely ignore these ones. It's 3 wounds worth of Minotaur. Dead. How do we get behind you? I can probably put you into their back, actually, rather than having to waste time with anyone else. Still 8 wounds worth of cow here we have to get through. 6 wounds left for each. Being aggressive with it now because I'm fairly confident between all the shooting. There's no way he survives this. Do your close range pistols. 2+ to hit because I increased the skill. That's it. Okay, well you finish that one for me. Thank you. Start making your way around this way. Behind those in a moment. Do you want to use any of these? I guess I could use it on this unit once to... I'm now about to shoot them with the city guard and probably finish them. Don't have that many shots, but some damage. Oh, they're all dead. There you go, that did work. Just leaving the brick. Someone will get behind that in a moment, and don't worry about the steam tank on the front side of the battlefield. Oh, I didn't bother to move them out of the way. Well, I don't care. Be into a terrible position to get killed now. So I'll say, I guess I could use Furious Charge when I go in, rather than... It's only defense 4, so Dragon doesn't benefit from reducing their saves, and Cookie's up to power 7 on the charge because he got the... What gave him the extra one? Is it prowess? Where's he getting the extra? Oh, I actually bought Unnatural Power, of course. So yeah, neither of us need it, so we can just use that Furious Charge when we go in. So let's use this now for shooting purposes to soften them up as much as possible. And in the charge phase, we'll use Furious Charges. It's more effective. So yeah, Hex of Ruin is often used for its added punch in melee, but you can actually, if you have a ranged army, it synergizes quite well, and you do very, very nasty damage on the turn. Units that otherwise would be quite durable just can't stand up to the shooting. Here they went from... I don't think I quite finished them because I can't see them with any more units, but got pretty close to killing off all of those. In fact, if you could do a tiny bit more damage, you might get them to rout this turn. I can't reach them with anything played. You can't get there. Oh, the artist is bugged, so sometimes it doesn't move over to routing, it says wavering, but those two have had enough. So the optional battles in Act 3 are a doddle. Very easy. Single entities all get wounds back for free, which is great. Wacky levels again. We don't care about these coming to the end, so just take the combat stats. And then the Shambolic Sun Shimmers. I don't know if I'll ever have an opportunity to increase their unit size, but it's certainly better than either of those, so maybe I can, maybe I can't. Big Botch Ballista. Has to reroll its ones. Great, please. Mad Mort. An extra... Well, haven't we already got +1? No, it just comes inherent with +1 to hit, so you go up to +2. Excellent. More range damage is appreciated, and then everyone's at basically full health, so... Oh, of course I can benefit from it. I get healing right now. Why am I being so silly? Full health, full health. Do I want the extra wound on the dragon? Do I want the gold? I'm happy to go in with 6 and 7, so I'll just take the cash. Oh, and one of us has an amazing magic item in Cruelty. That's great. Is that on you? Who got it? No, it was Orin. I just missed it. Hang on. It's there. So, there you go. We've got a super high level Knight Commander now. Prowess for free off the tomb. I bought a Natural Power. A Natural Power Lancer Shield, actually really good at defense. And then, does he reroll saves? I don't think so, but otherwise he won't die in a turn from combat to defense 6, so... And he can kill anyone he gets into combat with. Remember to do this turn. I can stretch out that far as a maximum. 475 is definitely enough to buy a unit, so I should be able to get something in this shop. Yep, okay. Whip out the... Here comes the blessed wheel. The wheel of fate. So I'm going to have to take a unit. I really hope it's not that one, because I'd like some gold left over to buy things, because I can immediately see there's some great magic items that would massively supplement our combatants here, but we get what we get, so... So 1 to 2 to 3. Here we go. Generate. Don't be 2, please. Oh no, it is 2. Okay, right. So we're going to go with the hardest possible option. Again, RNG just loves hosing me, it seems. Otherwise, I would have happily taken True Strike and Power Turds, and then we could come down here and do Banners of Swiftness would be nice. But yeah, left to my own device is probably that unit and then some upgrades. But no, we're doing it this way. Take your Dreadnoughts and like them. Up to skill 4 is a nice increase immediately. We just get 0. We had exactly enough gold to do that. If I was 1 gold shy, I wouldn't be able to do it, and I could do something else, but nope. I'm going to go with the hard path. That leaves us with an extra unit to name. So it's not Crazy Train, it's 9th Fairhaven Guns. No, let's not do that. What do you think? Tumultuous Tank. Are those, what do you think? Something named regarding the loss of money? That's fine. I think that serves perfectly well. So that's pretty much our army as we're going in. I have one more round of events to do before the final boss. To see what that is. Lost Regiment. Interesting. I think, as I recall, this one, because I rarely get this one, so you can either wait and they'll turn into undead, or search, and you'll lose some guys for another rank, which is kind of annoying. I'd actually prefer the guys, so again, left to my own devices, wait would be the better choice, but we'll leave it to fate once more. So 1 to 2, one last use of the wheel. Generate. Ooh. 2, we're going to search. Okay, that's unfortunate. Again, not the choice I wanted. RNG just hosing me in every opportunity it gets. Yeah, we lose 2 of them, which is a shame. You get a level, which is pointless because I can't benefit from any of those. So, yay, more unit size I can't rely upon. It was just a bad choice that I was forced to make. Down to 5. Alright, game, if you insist, I'll play it on hard mode. Think about a random chance campaign. You're not always going to get the one you want. But here goes our full army: the Torturous Tank, Crazy Train, Nutty Knights, Shambolic Sunshimmers, Orin the Odd atop the Haphazard Heli, Cookie and Wacky together, Mad Morts, the Big Botched Ballista, and the Random Rifles. Hooray. There's our eclectic army to face the world's end. Us first, okay. Well, I think you reroll saves because of Divine Protection, and you reroll saves because of the Rune of Protection. So we've got our flying units are actually super durable, defense 6, and I'll make you defense 7. Otherwise, is there much of a difference between these two? Yes, pretty massively actually. All of the levels seem to have gone into attacks, so 8 or 5. So just the entire campaign spent just making you a bit better at hitting things. So I put you knights down the side. You ranged units can sort of just hang back here and blast away. And you can fly over this, so I guess I can use you aggressively here. Maybe there's something you can get onto the back that's a ranged unit. You can probably come up the flank. What do you think? Actually, put one of these, the stronger one. If I'll put the stronger one on that side, because obviously my more potent forces are over there. And then one dreadnought on this flank. That leaves you in a bit of an awkward position. Over here-ish, and then you can go left or right, depending on what kind of presents itself as a good option. You kind of get out the way of the range stuff. There we go. Okay, well then, they've got not a lot of, there's basically no shooting to deal with in this army. It's just that one catapult. Otherwise, it's all a melee. So their own Abyssal Dragon, the Sorcerer on top of it, Bone Dragon, the White Lord's top. So we got some enemy lizards to deal with, and then all spawn are annoying, but I can kind of, they're going to come forward and shoot me, but I'm defense 6 with rolling save, so I don't care. Who would I want my ranged output to be? And honestly, probably the catapult. If I can just get rid of it so it can't constantly hit me at range. The issue is it's -1 to hit, so you'd be better off shooting at it with these and not this one. So I'll use you instead to soften up the giant. Seems like a good shout. Yep, halfway through it instantly. Largely ignore that one. The mortar would actually be quite good killing this. I don't think I can quite reach, so as it starts to shell us, well, maybe you can do it immediately, yeah. Before you get hit, you can do some damage before your output is reduced. Good start. Is any of this going to get here close enough to bother you? Maybe, maybe not. Just going to back off and touch. That can't reach me yet. Who can I effectively get to kill you? Does the mortar have the range? Hang on, devil. Yes, absolutely. I can actually reach it immediately. So I suffer some negative penalties, but with a lucky rock now, I didn't quite get it. I have to kill it next turn. But you do get one shot. You just kind of move forward and hit something. Probably the giant is about the same speed as that, so I think it's safe just to come forward and start shaving off wounds here and there. Get into short range. Close. It's not worth it. Just take a long range shot and back off. I can't really do that, so just stand where you are. Here, they're going to come flying forward and just take you head on, so enjoy the battle, I suppose. I need to wait for these to move before I send you forward because I can't outposition them. Do I want you to charge this? They're power 5 on the charge against defense 7, so they could somewhat hurt me. I guess I can move here to flank them. The issue is I can't actually position here to get anything in the side, so I can't form the flank. You're going to take their monsters on and wipe them. You come forward far enough such that you can just shoot these at range. Yes, and then they can't be charged here because enemies can't fit in the front arc, so that's good. Halfway there with you as well. Now, who do I want mechanical expertise on? You're kind of on your own on this flank, so maybe making you defense 9 against these stronger things, so against the dragon and the guard is sensible. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to buff you up on that side. Go for it, Crazy Train. Show him as boss. So one ranged attack, which is annoying. I think I lost one. I'll get rid of that in a second. Now we pass a bunch. I'm a bit scared though, he didn't quite reach us. There you go. So I knew giants would actually be one faster, but they're reanimated, so it costs him 1 point of movement, as I recall. Yes, that's what saved us. Here they come. Okay, so who wants to fight who? I'm going to wait for more stuff to move. So it's just all this stuff at the back, which is ignore that one. You, I guess, can roast that and then just back away. This way for me. Look that way in case someone wants to charge you. Interesting. I mean, you can get there. Oh, you're going for... Okay, you shot past him and got for the tumultuous tank. Well, if you insist, you can't charge. Oh, but you can charge that one. You got me there. That was really clever. I thought surely you'd lock onto this one, but no, that's a great positioning to deal with my handgunners. I don't think I can't even flee because it has such a great movement range. I'll give it a go. Maybe I can squeak my way out of there. Can't countercharge because obviously I can't declare anything in their front arc either. Brilliant bit of positioning from the AI. That leaves Great Weapon Knights. Great Weapon Knights. Well, if I just put you forward because I'm going to have you engage them head on regardless. You're going to come forward to somewhere. Just hopeful with your 2-up saves you can kind of ignore them. What I'm going to do with you is a good question. I guess you could come flank the Minotaurs and get rid of them. So that'll be that. We can collapse that flank. That's not much of a concern when you realise that we're already going to get charged by a whole bunch of things. So sorry, handgunners, you got badly positioned there. What can I do with... You can get up here, start a big flank. Ignore the dragon spawn and just kill these, but they've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 wounds worth, and you've got 18 wounds worth, so they're exactly the same. This is easier to hit and kill, so let's just start burning these. Hexa ruin stuff. No, we're definitely going to save that when we get into fights with these nasty things. And you're going to just stand there. Okay. You can only charge me with one of those units, so you've effectively wasted one of them. I'm going to try and flee those poor handgunners, but I don't hold up much hope. You could apparently intercept the giant by going around there. Would you win? You can use the potion of power, so you got up to power 6 with 5 attacks with better skill. You can hurt it pretty well in the first turn, but then turns after that will be a bit grim. Those versus ranged units doesn't help. And you're doing so, but you're not going to get in a duel. And then you're not. You reroll failed damage sets. Okay, I think I can use you just to kill that. And you could, in theory, fly over to kill that. So I can deal with both of these. Although they are undead, so they're not. Oh no, they're not. No, they're Abyssal Knights, so they can be broken and forced to run away. So yeah, maybe I can kill all of their big stuff. That leaves you unaccounted for. Sorry, there's nothing I can do. Maybe I can counteract it with the other things later. Let's be aggressive, so you deal with this one for me. Put you in first. It's fine, and then you do this one. Although, maybe you'll counter... Well, you can't countercharge me because we can't fit in each other's base. You're going for the tank. That's fine. That actually leaves the handgunners free to act. That's a pretty lucky on my part. You can counter this one. Deal with the Minotaurs. That's it. Yeah, everyone's happy. Just about squeeze in there. Have they managed to get to side arc? Yep, so if you survive this, you're going to get into even more trouble later, but for now, let's do some easy things. Use the curse standard. You're going to stand there and get hammered. They use Primal Fury, but they don't get too many attacks, so we should win. Here, you've only got one choice. Buff yourself up to kill this in a turn. I should have probably shot that first before it reduced my damage output. Fair enough, you got me there. Well, if you want to just start killing it now in recompense. I don't think there's any risk for me just running forward here. One wound left. Do that with something. Here comes the giant. Right, how am I going to deal with you? Well, that's an obvious start. Good hit. Excellent. Full house. One wound left. Or two, rather. Hopefully you can blast it down. Hope so, wouldn't you? Oh, come on. Gonna have to use the mortar on it as well to get rid of it. Severe waste of resources. Unfortunately, you've actually been caught. So it depends. Maybe. Well, let's do this anyway. Can't really afford to leave you alive there. We got rid of it. Can I twist in such a way that I can escape? Oh no, I have to twist first before the shot. Oh, oh, okay. That's not good. You cunningly flew over there. You got me. They're on my back line now. City Guard can take at least a couple of hits, but they're not going to win against that in a direct fight. Do you want a Furious Charge or Hex of Ruin something? Who needs the most help? Well, you could Hex of Ruin this and make it defense 2, so you could do effective damage. I could Hex of Ruin that and make them defense 2. We're already power 6, so that we changing it from 5s to 6s. Again, we're power 6, so changing it from 5s to 6s is only a difference of 1. Their defense 4. I'm power so high I don't care, so it doesn't help me there. So probably just use Furious Charge to be consistent, kill as many of them as possible, get them out of the way and free you up. Reroll saves. I guess I could make them defense 1. They're already power 6, so 5. That should be enough to break them anyway. Don't worry about that, and then you can flee that unit. Yeah, I think I just use this turn to get through the night as fast as possible. Here we go. So I'm hopeful you can chin this one with your 2-up save. Great, we're fine. You could just slowly grind that unit down. This is the undead one. It's going to take a while to get through. Over there. So 2-up. So here's our full stat. So 2s to hit, re-rolling. 6 of 6, and then power 7. 5s to save. It would be 6s, but they're Abyssal Armor saving them. Forced to re-roll. And Wacky also gets to re-roll. So all 8, and then would be 6 5s again. Oh yeah. Devastating. And then we get a 2-up, 3-up save re-rolling because they're great weapons. They do nothing. You'll eventually get to a point where these monsters, the characters, can become so powerful the enemy can't really do anything about it. Oh, 5, 6, 6, that's not good. You're going to get stuck here fighting this. I was really hoping you'd get through this in a turn. You did almost nothing. We barely won combat, in fact. You're actually going to be in a lot of trouble now. That will probably defeat you with enough turns. Down here, the White Lord does nothing at all. The Bone Dragon does 2 wounds. And we do almost nothing, so we lose, but we're Fearless 9, so we're okay. Yeah, I don't hold up much hope for you winning that. This should go our way. 13 to 15, and then 5-up saves. 9 of them. Oh, I have a terrible roll and take a huge number of wounds. Fine, okay. I can deal with that unit by sending you into their side. You're going to get flanked and killed, that's fine, because they're not hitting the mortar. You go into that one for me. Can I do... Oh, I can reach... Oh, I can go straight for the... Ah, that's clever. Shall I use that to get rid of you there by saving my ranged unit? Yes, because I think you can easily win that one. Go kill the dragon. You're going to flee from that, because you'll just die anyway, so you might as well try and get away. Which I think will work, because they'll get stuck on that unit and you can just get to safety. You're finished, I'm afraid. I can't help you. Send them in. There's no point at all. Just run away, stay at range. Oh, they don't manage to squeak by. Fine, but we're still safe. Oh, they get to move twice. How annoying. Forgot about that. I think they reworked how flee works. They get to keep moving after they fail a charge. Let's just... Well, I could say let's just pass, but that will give him an opportunity to shoot me with his 1 wound, so I'd love for a chance to kill him before he can do that. Anyone get through to hit him? They're only active pieces, this one. Not really that much of a concern. And you, so who can angle a shot? Mortar quite quite manage it, sadly. And if this unit dies, then you're in dire straits because they're gonna charge straight into you, and there's no way you can escape. This is a right mess. We know how I get away from this. You can't escape here no matter what you do, so you might as well just try and pick off that while you have the chance. Piece. There we go. Just need one wound. Couple of sixes, yeah. Oh, come on. And we're stuck here. At least turn around so you're not being recharged. Now gets it hit. Great. Back in the fight, just to be annoying. They're probably going to rally, but we can deal with those later. I can't see anything, so I'm going to start reducing the number of these. Come around. If this dies, you're going to be in a terrible position because there's no way you can avoid being seen by the charged and killed by the dragon. So, would you rather use your damage output? And probably the Minotaurs, because they're going to rally, presumably, and they're going to charge into you and kill you. Just reduce their numbers again before you're dead. Great hit, great shot. Bad. Other things I can do. Can you shoot anything useful? Probably that one actually, because you do double wounds. No hits, great. Which is actually one. The Abyssal Armor saving. They do rally as expected. Not much I can do about that. Do you want to use Hex of Ruin on something? I guess I could Hex of Ruin this to try and hurt it more effectively. I haven't got enough attacks, it's the problem. I only hit on 4s, so I think I'm doomed anyway. You're what, power 5, defense 5, so over there is actually a good shout. And you're, what's the defense of an enemy dragon? 5. It would change the stats here, but I think we just win anyway. So let's do this one. Chew through enough wounds to free yourself eventually. Air attacks get met by 2 up save, we're okay. Our attacks, unfortunately, were the same skill, so even with the help it's going to take a while. But it does mean we get to win combat so I can crumble them. Crumble is where the damage is really going to matter. Over here, can you kill it this turn? No, because now it's a 3 up save. 2 wounds, 1 wound left. So I win. Because you couldn't free yourself, you're now going to get rewarded by getting killed by Minotaurs. Here, no damage to that unit. Dragon, just 2 wounds. Do 1 wound back. The unit just kills it outright, so we're in trouble now. Over here, the character instantly annihilates their character. Yep, 4 wounds. Do nothing to me. And then the 2 dragons. I can hit 7 times, dealing 5 wounds. Alive with what? 2? Take 1 wound back. You've done nothing. Get off the field. Okay, this is going to be terrible. I could, in theory, save the mortar. Well, no, because I think they can draw line of sight anyway, so even if I flank charged you, they would end up charging you anyway. The upside is that you're going to get charged head-on by the big brick of centaurs anyway. So do you want to just take this? Might as well do some damage with the unit before it gets killed. Yeah, they're going to catch you regardless, which is a crying shame. You could go over there and deal with that. I don't particularly want to, so no. Why aren't they charging? I guess they'll do it later. And I'm happy to have you run around and shoot things. You're much more important for me to be active, to fly around and be in better position, so don't do that either. That's all the charges I want then. Yeah, 1 turn shy of freeing yourself. They can still just about catch us, which is annoying. I could flee again. Is that better or worse than just accepting it? Just accept it and then let them recharge them or something. Or take the weird intercept so that I can use 2 knights rather than 7 city guard. I think the longer we go into this, the more valuable the ranged units are, being able to run around, kite and shoot things. So I'm going to forfeit the knights. I'll flee them just to buy myself an extra turn. I might as well. You stay active. My poor dragon. I have a 3 up rerollable. Just take a wound. Slowly chipping me down here. It's a bit worrying. You again, I'd like you to hit and kill the knights. They're actually well suited to doing so if they don't keep passing all their annoying saves. Got them, perfect. Very fast unit I don't have to be scared of anymore. That's basically all of their army, apart from the spawn. Just choosing to stand there. You've rallied, and assuming you won't lose this in one turn, you're actually fine to start moving and participate. Probably flank that unit. Or if you're very lucky, they'll die, and you can flank that and break them and get them off the field. You can kill the Feral Giant, but then we'll be killed by the Minotaurs. So what do I want to do here? Well, if you can finish that off so I don't have to waste shooting the dragon at it. Yep, good. That's that one dealt with as well. Just come over here to deal with these. Leaves you free to make some decisions. You'll eventually win this, so don't worry about that. I guess I should just worry about myself about this big brick. Got to start getting through its health at some point. It also has the Banner of Mist to be a nuisance as well. Hex of Ruin. Do you want to Hex of Ruin this to see if they can punch it and do some meaningful damage? Yeah, go for it. There you go. Defense 2. Shomu's boss rifles. Wound. As long as I do 2, I win combat. Winning combat lets me crumble them. 2. Praise be the crumble roll. Can you kill this before you die? Yep. And you get Minotaur. Although we do get to reroll saves, don't we? We got away with it. Still lose, but hey-oh. We hold, so without their rerolls and with me positively rerolling, I think I can really beat them now. The white is one of my riflemen. The unit hits a bunch of times, and we're stronger than the dragon is defensively now, so we can hurt it. There you go, we actually won combat against the thing, which will cause it to crumble. Another 2 wounds. Rats, you just did... Wow, you were a wound off of killing it in 1 turn. I think if I can just do 1 wound to it now, they'll actually beat it. Really susceptible to losing combat, these undead units. You're going to charge them? Well, no, I can actually deal with you that way. By the luck of random positioning, I got really lucky there. Do you want to... And this is a good time to recharge this, because you're the best unit I have to actually defeat that for me. That's everyone satisfied? They're wild forming themselves, so I don't know if you can actually hit backwards, but they use this now. It's best helpful because I would love for them to break and run away. You're going to shoot into the spawn. They've got multiple wounds. Yep, you're 2/3 of the way there through and spawn. You'll be dead in a second. So just come this way. More damage. Can you prevail here? It's the reroll, so Divine, the Rune of Protection and the... Oh no, a draw. Fine, we'll win next turn. Over here, we just need to do a bit of damage. Oh, they saved every single time. I saved every single time. They saved every single time. So none of us did anything great. Here, can you punch 1 wound off of the dragon? Just need to do 1. That's a terrible hit roll. Hey, we got him. That means the character... When you beat the character, that means even the Lord on top dies, so... Annihilated by Rifleman. Here, can you win? Just need to do as much damage as possible and break them. Perfect, 3 wounds. Don't take too many back. Just 1 back. Win by 3. Run away, please. 5, but they're forced to reroll. They've already failed. Ha! Cookie hits every single time and kills all of them, doing it full house. Wacky is pretty good as well. Quite as potent as his man on top, but still not bad. -2 with a reroll. A -1. Okay, can you flee from this? You can flee. How convenient. And you just continue to punish those. You're going to phase through units to do it, but that's okay. Wild forms himself again. He can't fight backwards though, so I don't know why he keeps... The AI just automatically does it without thinking. They rally because they're very brave. Don't think I can angle any shots into the only valid target now, so never mind. Are we at last going to prevail on this flank? Is Crazy Train going to win? Takes no damage. It's 3 times, just 1 wound. Hey, don't even need crumble, just pummel it. They had to defeat an entire brick of Dread Knights, be an even more durable unit. 1 wound. Hey, we did a wound this turn. Rerolling saves, saving us again. I imagine we'd be long, long dead without the Rune of Protection. As level ups go, that's probably one of the best you could ever get. That's that and the Salamander aspect for the Lizardman. Oh, they are having a duel, so he can hit me. Might have even done a wound. Okay, so their character died and I'm on. I took a wound, so we're fine. They rout this turn anyway, so don't worry about it. You deal with those. You can both hit those and kill them. Kill those ones. I can shoot and kill the Minotaur, so don't worry about that. Rallies. What good it will do. One wound left. See if we can give it to the rifles. 3 hits is enough. Hey, doing an amazing job for us there. That's it, because there's nothing else for anything to shoot at. Dragon line up by the dragon spawn. Orin does 2. Haphazard Heli does another one. They take no damage back, and the knights behind do amazingly 3, so they'll break and run away. Can't quite kill all the spawn, but you know, they're the only things left after this, because I think Kuki here is going to be able to wipe this unit along with Wacky. Yep. Huzzah! A very random victory. Nutty, wacky, and otherwise wonderful. Those are one of the more interesting Sovereign runs I've had to do. So, because the other runs are always based on C's, we don't take any of the extra weird choices. But there you go, we have our full 3 faction army there. All over the place in terms of stats. It's not particularly interesting in terms of 116, who's the MVP? The Knights, 171. Oh, the Knights, you know, a melee unit of all things. Usually think it's the archers or the rifles. Rifles aren't particularly super great as ranged units goes. They just kind of do okay. They always did great for us in that last battle, but there are more effective ranged units. But otherwise, I'm happy. We are mountain flying monster and mountain mechanical flying monster. It's some artillery pieces. The tanks. Way to go, guys. Not great, even with a full campaign, less than 100. Not great in terms of damage output. Add 8 Dread Knights, so it's actually 104, isn't it? But never mind. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, please do like and subscribe. It massively helps out the channel, and I do really appreciate it. If you have any notes on what you'd like to see for future Sovereign runs, it will be the next one's probably been decided by now, but future ones are still on the table, then please let me know. Or if you just want to chat with me and let us down in the comment section, that's great too. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.